Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going back into the Amazon tool deals and checking out some of the items that I've found for this week. These are either going to be tools that are on sale, tools that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or items I find interesting and would like your guys' input on it if you guys have used them. I will have all of these linked down in the description for you guys. They'll all have their own independent links, so it's super easy to find. And then I'll have 2 additional links that take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past or other tools that I suggest. So that's all there for you guys. First up, we're looking at the Fujiya PC21s, and this is their basically miniature bolt cutters. And I came across these when I was looking at deals for Knipex, and then I was looking at Japan-made tools, and I'm constantly all over the place looking for tool deals. And Fujiya is a brand that I've used for many years now, and I have a lot of their stuff I am extremely impressed with. They make fantastic tools made in Japan. Same thing with Tsunoda and a couple others. Fujiya does have some stuff that's made like in Vietnam or Taiwan. They'll have some stuff made other places as well, but a good amount of them, I'd say 85% of their stuff is made in Japan. But still, whenever you are looking at their stuff, just make sure, look at it. If you're looking for the Japan specific tools, just make sure you look at it. All of their stuff that's made in Japan will say made in Japan on it, as you can see here. I do not have personal experience with these. I have probably 10 different pairs of Fujiya pliers, and I have the Knipex mini bolt cutters, which I bought quite a few years ago now, but I put off buying them because I didn't really think I would get much use out of them. And I will tell you what, those mini bolt cutters are fantastic to have around. I use them all the time, and they have been fantastic. So if you do want a fantastic pair, I can definitely recommend the Knipex. They've held up really well and surprised the heck out of me. But I saw these and thought they were interesting, so I figured I'd at least share them with you guys. It's also another brand that I enjoy, and so I figured it was at least worth mentioning. I don't know what any of this says. Obviously, this has something to do with 50% maybe less force needed to cut through a wire. But I don't know. Probably also goes over the thickness that you can cut up to. This also looks to be spring-loaded internally here because the tool does have a lock on it, as you can see here. Here you can see, it's maybe its size, weight, and then cutting thickness as far as stranded and solid. Taking wild guesses here, okay? But I figured it was worth mentioning, and at $42, down from a typical price of about $45, this has 4.6 stars at 32 ratings. So last week I was mentioning the Mixpower and Castleman, how they have basically the same sets and really good prices on a lot of their impact socket sets. Definitely worth looking at, especially for those weekend warriors, DIYers that you're not looking at spending a bunch of money, but you want something that can still be used and abused. A lot of Mixpower stuff and Castleman stuff is definitely an option to consider. This is the Mixpower 13-piece set, 3/8 drive, semi-deep or mid-length impact sockets. This is 12-point. It's a metric set from 7 to 19 millimeter, and they are chromoly. I don't know why this says axle nut impact grade socket set. I don't know what axle nut has to do with it. This is at $26, down from a typical price of about $30. So a little bit of savings there. And I really enjoy mid-length or semi-deep sockets because a lot of the times when I need a deep well, I don't need the full length of a deep well. And sometimes that can be restrictive in certain areas. So obviously not in all situations, but I like that I can get into tighter spaces with the mid-lengths, but still be able to work with things that may require more depth than a shallow socket. So I thought these were really nice sets, and they have a couple different sets available. There you can see 7 through 19 millimeter, and it does not skip a size. There it is again. Chromoly with a black phosphate finish, 12-point design. Color-coded ring. I don't know why that matters because every single one of them has the same color-coded ring. So, I mean, it's just kind of a design look more than it is a useful feature. But I do like that the stamped marking is filled in. I thought that was kind of cool. You don't see that very often. Especially for $26, a 3/8 drive set of semi-deep impact rated sockets, I think that's a really good deal. This has 4.6 stars at 11 ratings. And they also have it available in SAE 5/16 to 1 inch for $28. So I wanted to show a couple other brands that sell the exact same things. This isn't the exact same set as what we were looking at. This is a kind of a bigger set. This is from Mayuko. I don't know. Never heard of them. 14-piece set, 3/8 drive, semi-deep impact socket set from 8 to 22 millimeter. So a little bit more coverage here. They are chrome. It's the same stuff, just a couple different size changes. This does skip 20 millimeter, but 8 through 19, no skips. Skips 20. Then you got 21, 22. Same chromoly, filled in, colored, stamp markings. These ones are 6-point. That semi-deep design, same picture that we just saw a little bit ago. This is $29.41, down from $32. This has 5 stars at 5 ratings. Here's another one from Airtune, 3/8 drive, semi 8 to 22. Exact same thing that we were just looking at, $30.93, down from a typical price of $36. And this has a 5% coupon. Once again, exact same stuff. Skips that 20 millimeter, everything else exact same. I think these are great prices for impact-rated semi-deep impact sockets. I don't care what the brand is. Usually when it comes to impact sockets, I've used some extremely cheap ones and been able to use and abuse them just as much as more of my more expensive impact sockets. So I think if you don't have a mid-length impact socket set, I think this is worth the $30 to just go check out one of these brands. They're handy to have around. But that's just my personal thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below. Next up, we're looking at the Tekton 3/8 drive ratchet. This is the 18-inch with the comfort grip, so this is their extra long. And I've had my Tekton 3/8 drive 18-inch ratchet for a few years now, basically since they released it. I believe it was released before the comfort grip was released, because mine is a non-comfort grip, which I still really enjoy. I will tell you one thing, when I went to use it for the first time, I was kind of sketched out because it's really long for a 3/8 drive, and you feel like something somewhere is going to break, whether it's the fastener or my ratchet or my face or my hand. But honestly, over the few years that I've had, it's done really well. It's not a ratchet that I use all the time. It's not, often that I'm like, I need a 3/8 drive that's this long. Typically when like it's a super stubborn fastener and like I feel like this may not be able to handle it, I just step up to 1/2 inch. There's no sense in breaking my stuff when I can keep moving up to a bigger and better tool. But this thing has surprised me quite a bit. And I think it's a great little ratchet, especially now, the last couple of years they've had their comfort grip out, so that is a nice touch as well. This is $49, down from a list price of $62. They do have shorter ones available as well, and other ones on sale. Here's their 1/2 inch drive, 24-inch one at $58, down from $73. I mean, they got some good deals going on with their ratchets, and then you can get it in a quick release or a non-quick release as well. This has 4.6 stars at 83 ratings, and this is the 90-tooth design, and they're nice and slim. I personally enjoy the Tekton ratchets. I've been using them for many years now, and they continue to impress me. Here we're looking at the Vera Craft Form Compact 62-bit holding screwdriver with pouch. This is a 33-piece set. And I have quite a bit of Vera stuff. I have a few of their screwdrivers. I don't have this specific set, but this one is on sale, and I wanted to at least mention it. This has a list price of $146. I don't think it's ever sold for $146, but it is on sale at just under $76 right now. And this is basically a multi-bit screwdriver. I like the organization. It's kind of a book style, and they're all long blades, or your typical blade length for your standard, what is it, the 4-inch blade. It's your standard length. And so I like the variety of everything that comes with it, the organization, the organizer itself. I just think it's a really well put together set. As you can see, it's floated up around the $102 price range. And it'll come down to about $82, and it just disappeared off of Amazon for a while. $84 up to $101, $102, $96, $92, and now we're looking at $75. I don't think that's a terrible price. I think it's definitely going to be for those that need a good variety. I personally could get away with probably without one of these sleeves in the organizer, but I still think it's a really nice set. This has 4.8 stars with 2,169 ratings. And last up is just one that I wanted to mention because I bought this a few months back. And Labear is a brand that I came across maybe a year or two ago, and I thought they had some really interesting, unique little sets. They got little quarter-inch drive bit sets and kind of accessories and stuff. And I like what they've put together for little sets. And I came across this, and I was like, what is that? I was like, this is EDC mini folding ratchet. I was like, I've seen some pretty cool stuff, but this I had not seen before. I thought this was the coolest thing in the world when I first came across it. It's something silly, but I tell you what, I use it. I have it in the work truck, and I use it, and I've had it a few months now, and it's done really well. It's a little folding quarter-inch drive bit ratchet. It has that little organizer on the side that is actually magnetic into the side of the ratchet. And the ratchet has a locking mechanism, so you can flip it out like a little switchblade. And honestly, it feels really smooth. The bits that come with it are good quality. But if, like, I think I pulled one of the Allens out of there. I put a Phillips in there. And because I come across quite a bit of Allen and Torx and Phillips. So I kind of swapped out some of the bits. And honestly, it's holding up really well. And I probably use it at least a couple times a week. And they do have it in different color options. I think I got the red one. They're all the same price, $17. So I found it to be a pretty interesting little tool, and I've actually got more use out of it than I anticipated. I think it's a great little EDC tool. It's a lot better than putting a bit, because some of the multi-tools out there that people will carry, whether it's a Leatherman or a Gerber or a knockoff, some of those out there accept quarter-inch bits. And honestly, they're, it's not made to be a primary tool. It's kind of your last resort. Hey, I got this on hand. This will work. This is much better than that. Even though this kind of goes in line with those multi-tool type thing, EDC stuff. I've really enjoyed it, and I think it's priced really well. I don't think you're going to be disappointed with it. If you find yourself using little bit ratchets all the time, this is definitely a pretty handy one, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this week's Amazon tool deals. If you guys did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Once again, all of these are linked down in the description for you guys, and as always, if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.